Well, it's that time of the week once again. We're out here on Quattro Colinas chasing red deer, and quite honestly, I'm not sure if a hunt like this needs any more introduction. We are more than 4,000 kills into the red deer Great One grind, and more than 1,000 stag kills since our last diamond, but hopefully today's the day we can break that, and honestly, all we can do is keep on trying. And not a bad start. A max weight level 7 at a lake that we have not had a lot of success recently. A lot of times with these hunts, like we end up shooting a level 5 or level 6 just to get going, and then we kind of go into the same routine of anything level 7 or up basically gets included in the videos, and the 6s and below end up getting cut out. But to start with a nice 7 is certainly encouraging. And just to kind of show it, we're at this lake down here in the southeast. It, at the beginning, was fairly consistent, but I would say maybe since 1,200 stags into this grind, maybe even before that, it started to get less and less consistent, so nice to see one back here. I should also mention, as we have a 201.3 for that guy, I did actually go ahead and run this entire side of the river as well, just to make sure. I usually run the north side, and I can kind of look across and spot them all. I was able to see a lot more red deer than I normally do, but there was nothing crazy. It was mostly like level 6s and 5s, so I really didn't shoot that many. I figured best to leave them there and not have to worry about making that run again. If the red deer are left there, there shouldn't be any new respawns really. So at least that area is eliminated, as well as far as a potential cause of a lack of diamonds. And like I said at the beginning, the best I can figure is we just gotta keep pushing. Not bad. We've now seen 2 red deer stags, and both are max weight estimate 7s. And just for the sake of keeping things interesting, it is an entirely different rack. Now this one usually is like in the area of 185, 190, but still a solid stag. Got him double in there. We can go over and get our second stag at 2 lakes. Again, not a super consistent lake, so I like what I'm seeing. Definitely a good start. 192 for that guy. 210 to 240 is the max weight range, by the way, and he's just in there at 210.84, but I just like to see the amount of max weight estimate ones. Often these videos are tough to even get enough from one single run, so seeing 2 right off the bat is good. There's a warning call down here from another stag. Now it's not in a good area necessarily. That was a mouflon, I think. That is not going to make it any easier to spot where the stag's going. All that movement. I think I just saw him. Actually, another good one. Another max weight 7. Kind of a wonky one, I think. Just kind of messed up that shot. I don't know what the odds are that that second one got into a lung. I thought he was going to continue turning, and he didn't. I mean, he's going down, so I guess that's a good thing, but I don't see that being a vital hit. So now we are 2 for 3 on our shooting. That shot was close. I swear he turned back right when we shot. He might not have, but just a little further right, we got him in the neck, and then of course that shot, it would have been nearly impossible. You basically have to hit exactly that top kind of corner of the lung. So 2 for 3 on shooting, 3 for 3 on stacks we've seen being max weight, and I guess that's the real important part here. It might just be a day of level 7s out here, and thus far they've all been different, which is interesting. Kind of an uneven, not exactly best looking red deer rack I've seen in a while. And normally, yeah, there's actually, I can't spot it, but there's a pretty good looking one back in there as well, and a 5. And again, a little bit of a change. That 7 is not in the max weight range, so it's going to be similar to the other one we shot, but probably like 209 point something kg. I would imagine the score is going to be very, very similar. That'll drop him, I think. We're going to have to hope that's the other stag. I don't know if he was going to spook or not, actually, but we got him regardless. And in any case, when we can do this, we could actually go back around this side. We could go all the way around. I like to kind of go the opposite way, just to make sure, like, maybe if there's a red deer that's drinking right by my tent, and if it's not leaving tracks or anything like that, getting more than 200 meters from it will cause it to spawn in. I guess I can explain that once again. I say it often, but anytime that you spawn at a tent or a lodge, animals within 200 meters of that point will just be invisible, until you get beyond that 200 meter mark. So as we continue to get farther away, if there were anything like that road deer right there, it's invisible till we reach that point. But what I don't see is any red deer stags, so I think we're in the clear. But anyway, 209.22 kg and 184 for that guy. Actually only made gold by less than 2. At least he did reach the mark. And our 5, I don't know exactly where he went. Maybe Sir 12 can help us out. Or better yet, we can just kind of accidentally run the right way and we are all set. So got that one, got the other 7 over on the far end now. And finally, after quite some time spent at this lake actually to get all those stags, we can move on to our next one and just, again, kind of all 7s. This stretch of red deer stag kills that I've mentioned so many times over the last couple of weeks, more than 1,000 since our last diamond. It's been so difficult to keep going, but the couple of bright spots have been the rares that showed up, and once again, we got a little motivation in the form of our biggest rare red deer ever. You know, it's interesting. This dry spell of no diamond red deer, more than 1,000 stags, the only trophy red deer that have shown up have now been, counting this guy, 3 piebalds, but no doubt this is the best one. And the one thing I want to highlight before we try to take him down, max score estimate of 236. We've been paying attention to that with rares of true rack species. It does seem as though the top end of the estimate is their score, so we want to remember that. And actually, I want to make sure I grab the right gun. We have the 30-06 Elegance. I felt like that was a proper weapon choice. That looks like a very elegant stag over there. And the one thing I will say, I am glad he appears to be even, but I wanted to attempt a heart shot there. Definitely got probably double lung at that range. He looks completely even. Now, we do actually have a piebald mythical from this map long before the Great One grind, I think early in 2021, maybe February. And I don't know, that 236 upper estimate, if that's what he scores, I think this one will be bigger, and it might have to go into the main lodge as a kind of permanent addition. I just realized I'm still wearing the snow ghillie from our medved hunt on Sunday, by the way, so don't mind that, just matching our red stag here, but maybe entirely even? The one that we have is close to even, but not perfect. I think what we should do is get a quick picture, not exactly a great one, but not a great one red deer either, but also not a great picture. And we'll see what we got for this guy. 236.2. I mean, that's gotta be our highest scoring piebald. Let's actually see, is everything perfectly even? It's not. But as far as like having the same variation of antler on either side, everything looks to match up. That's basically then at 236 the biggest possible mythical rack, I think, because the Troll 9s never go above like 240. Let's tax that. And yeah, I think that's a permanent lodge edition. We've had a number of them in the diamonds. A couple of the 260 plus diamonds are definitely going to make it into the main lodge eventually. But that one might go right away. That's pretty cool. Ooh, no way. Finally. We don't even have to guess. 253 to 299. It's a guaranteed level 9 diamond. My goodness. This streak. Technically we have to make the shot, but I guess when it all comes down to it in terms of just getting one to show up, that much has happened. I just can't believe what it's taken to get to this point. And it's nice to see that rack again. We've mostly had bigger racks, and of course, higher scoring ones are always nice, but I definitely am a fan of variety in the Trophy Lodge, and the fact we don't have many of this rack would allow this to be a bit more variety. I felt like we were getting pushed or something when we made that shot. We dropped him, but it seemed like, I don't know, the dog can't push you anymore. I'm not sure what that was, but either way, we've got our diamond down. There's no need to question it. As I said, they make diamond at 251. 1,100 stags, roughly. I lost count after 1,000. I stopped counting super attentively, I guess, just kind of doing runs and hoping for the best since that last time. And go figure, not only at this lake did we have a gigantic piebald and one that's going to go in the lodge without a doubt, we've got our diamond to break this dry spell. Unreal. 254.1, dark brown fur type, heart shot there at 161 meters. I was gonna say it's finally over. I guess that's not true, because we still have to continue this grind until a great one shows up, but the level of relief just to see that level 9 show up and for it to actually make diamond, because there was one troll in that stretch of 1,000, or 1,100 really, stags with no diamond. Just to see one that's going to make it, it just feels like we're actually still progressing, because for so long, it really felt like we were just basically at a standstill. What was that? Right in the vertebrae for that shot. Our shooting on the level 7s today has not been top tier. Good news is it was on the 9. I don't think I can overstate the level of relief just getting that level 9, and I've got to say again, it's been encouraging. Lots of big stags on this run. Hopefully that's a sign of more good things to come. And for what will be most likely our last stag kill, another level 7, this time one that's kind of hiding in with a bunch of other stags. So we're going to shoot in there and try to get our level 7 to give us a shot. That'll work, and that little 4 is going to run off as well. So looks like we're good, looks like we got them both. And I mean, looking back across the, what, 3 months-ish since the Great One Red Deer has come out, this may well have been our best hunt in general. I think we had a video that maybe included like 3 rares and a diamond. There were a couple of little albinos and a male mystic. A piebald of that size, and then of course the diamond to break that streak. To me, this might be our best hunt so far. I do think though, for the sake of kind of keeping everything together, because as I mentioned with the 260 scoring diamonds we got before, like the 267, our biggest one ever, it's in the Red Deer Grind Lodge at the moment. It just kind of allows us to walk in there and look at the progress, and progress has been a big thing that I continue to talk about throughout this grind. Just when you can look back and say, you know, there's been, I think, 16 diamonds, there's been 12 rares, whatever it is, it just feels like as you're going along and as you're continuing to shoot stags, you're doing something, you're getting results, and eventually that result that we're after is bound to happen for us. So we'll go ahead and place them somewhere. Our last, I think, mythical piebald as well here at 216 is in this room, so I think we'll maybe just go opposite sides of this little guy. I mean, that is just insane to look at the size difference. I know we've looked at the true score for Red Deer a lot, but to me, there's no comparison between the one on the right and the one on the left in terms of score, and I think number of points may be the difference there. Circumference is one of the big kind of advantages like a level 9 with this rack has over the level 7s and 8s that look like this, but I can't imagine its circumference on a rack such as this one. I think it comes down to the total number of points. So it makes sense. It's only, what, 15 shy of diamond? There's probably an additional 15 points up there in those crowns. But anyway, finally got that diamond. That 1000 stag dry spell is over, and an incredible rare in the process. I've been wanting a good gold rare. This piebald mythical was nice, but that one today takes the cake by far. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.